Good evening, all. It's Alec here at Casa Peters, broadcasting on a Friday night, and for Axanar Confidential number, whatever. I don't even know. What number are we at? I know I listed it before, 70, what is it, 70, 67? 67. And tonight, no guests tonight. You got me for an hour tonight. I was just so busy this week that every time I was like, I got to get a guest, it would go out of my mind. You know how you're like, I got to do this, and you do 5 other things, and then find, oh, I was supposed to do this. Anyway, that's it. Hope you're all doing great. Casa de Puppies. Yes, it is the Casa de Puppies. The 3 little lab puppies are going. This is your Axanar pup date, real quick. They're here until Monday. Monday, they go down to Morrow Animal Hospital and TLC Pet Rescue. So that's it. They're just adorable. I was just playing with them just now. Even though they're 20 pounds now, they're just adorable little puppies. What is everyone 67? I'm missing that. What's 67? Someone want to fill me in on that. Hope everyone's doing well. Giuseppe Silvestri, hello from Australia. Oh my gosh, yes. Well, hello to you. Episode 67. That's how bad my memory is. I don't even remember what I said like 30 seconds ago. Hope you're doing great. What's everyone's up to tonight besides waiting for Alec to reveal some new info? So let's get right into it, huh? How about we talk the plan, right? This is the plan, like Battlestar Galactica, the plan. This is Axanar, the plan. So here, we've talked about it. So here's the plan right now. 2 days of shooting left. Principal photography, we have 7 characters, 2 Andorians, 2 Vulcans, 1 Klingon, 2 humans. There's a possible, we actually have a possible reshoot of 2 characters. One of them may happen in LA. It's pretty easy. The other one may be here in Atlanta. Anyway, that being said, 7 characters, 2 days of shooting in LA. Now, what the big news is, tomorrow the studio is being rented out, commercially rented out to a small indie film. And it's great because we've been going through the process of, one, what's it like to rent the studio out, right? How does that work? And we only charged them $500, right? It was like $500, come and do your, but it was like, what's your COVID-19 plan? Everyone's got to wear masks. Everyone's going to have hand sanitizer. You got to take temperatures before they walk in, all that stuff. So it's good practice. Tomorrow's good practice. Dana is running the bridge. I'll be there in the morning. Then Crystal's taking over as stage manager, and she'll be there the rest of the day. And so it's a good warm-up for us. We just had the place cleaned today. My cleaning crew came in and went over not only the offices, but all around the doors and everything where bugs collect. But the bridge got totally dusted, mopped, the works, some of the other sets too. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is day 1 of renting the studio out. Now, someone rented the studio out in LA, Bryn Pryor, who did Cowboys and Engines. I was introduced to him by Richard Hatch. And Bryn never paid us. That was a $3,000 rental. Never got it. Asked him, no, just deadbeated us. But this time these guys paid. They're PayPaling me. So we're good. And it's not that much money, but it's good. And then they got to pay Dana to be the tech supervisor. They got to pay a stage manager, right? We try and cover our costs. They're paying for AC, so we're running the AC all night, so it'll be nice and chilly tomorrow. So they're giving us a little money for that, and then a cleanup money. So it's really reasonable, right? It's ridiculously reasonable, but good practice for running the studio. More importantly, good practice for COVID-19, dealing with that, right? Everyone's wearing a mask when they're there, this and that. So that's tomorrow. So that's a little just kind of little warm up, get back into it. Then next month, end of July, beginning of August, we're working on it. Jeff Fagan, our DP, and I are working on it. We're doing a 2-day shoot. Now, this is day 1 is letters from the front, and it's Robert April's letter from the front. Talked to Rob Pralgo, our actor, who was funny. I was just watching The Blind Side. If you've seen that movie, the Sandra Bullock movie about the football player. And I just happened to sit down, and it's one scene where all the football coaches are finding out about this player. And I look and I'm like, that's Rob Pralgo. He was like an assistant coach. It was kind of fun. So, but Rob Pralgo is April. So, we originally were going to shoot that in the captain's quarters, and it's him literally dictating a letter back to Sarah, his wife. And Jeff and I were talking about it. And part of the problem is, if we shoot if we shoot the captain's quarters, we have to put a black space backdrop outside. So we got to get that. And this, and also it's a tough room. It's a tough room to set deck because there's just gray walls. So like we need to put in shelving stuff. And I was like, why don't we do it on the bridge as a voiceover? Because he's not dictating a letter home to Sarah from the bridge, but maybe he's composing it on a pad, whatever. But we hear his voiceover. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So it's, improve the production quality, right? It's on the bridge. So there we go. Let's see. I'm just going to check in every once in a while, see what y'all are saying. I know. I'm so sad that the puppies are gone. So I'm going to definitely we'll go back and see the puppies. So they're going to Morrow Animal Hospital, and they'll be there for about 10 days. They're going to get spayed and neutered and then go up north. So we'll go back and see them before they jump on the transport, like we did with the Malinois. So there you go. More puppies after that? No, we need a break. We need to try and sell this house. Actually, we don't need to try and sell this house. We're kind of ambivalent about selling the house, but it's like, because selling the house, that means we got to move somewhere. And right now we don't have a place to move. So then if we sell the house, someone gives a good offer, then we're like, oh, we got to move. Anyway, so there you go. So the plan. So the 2-day shoot here in Atlanta, Rob Pralgo on the bridge doing the letter from the front. If possible, we'll be doing a second letter from the front that day. That's one day of shooting. And the next day of shooting is the bar scene with Garth and April. Now, all this stuff is going to be done totally COVID-19 compliant. The whole purpose of this weekend of shooting, you'll need Mom's help for the next film. No, we don't. We don't, because we've already got his tunic and everything. Thanks for asking, Stephen. The whole purpose of this shoot is to prep ourselves for how to do a proper COVID-19 shoot. Minimum crew, face mask, social distancing, disinfectant, temperature, the works, right? We need to make sure we can do that first here. And, think of, it's Apollo, Apollo 7, Apollo 8, Apollo 9, all in orbit around Earth, right? Right? Was Apollo 8 Earth orbit, or is Apollo 8 the first one? Anyway, the idea is you do it locally first, and then you go to the moon. We want to do the same thing here. That's kind of how we're envisioning it. And it'll give us really good, and then we can go to the actors and say, hey, we did it. Here's what we did. Here's a behind-the-scenes video we shot of us being COVID-19 compliant. And you give the actors a great sense of relief. Watermelon sparkling water, which doesn't really taste like watermelon. You know how like anything made with bananas doesn't taste like bananas? Like, have you ever tasted anything like banana bread doesn't taste like bananas? Like banana pudding doesn't taste like bananas. The only thing that tastes like bananas are bananas. Anyway, that's the same thing. Apollo 8 was Earth orbit. Yeah, I thought so. Right. And then 9 went to the 9 just circled the moon and came back. 10 went and disembark the LEM. Yes. Yes. Oh, Scott Little, how are you doing? Scott, all right, I'll take your word from it for it. So there you go. So then we go 2 days in LA, shoot 7 actors, 2 days in LA, and we're done. Done. Right? That's it. Then we come back, editing, visual effects, the works. So we're in a really good position. We don't have that much left. There's a lot of things, a lot of things happening. All good. Holy crap. You're like, what are you holy crap? Holy crap. All right. You're like, what are you holy crapping about, Alec? This is what I'm holy crapping about. Look at we just launched this morning, and we're at $4,200 on the Kickstarter. So God bless you all. We got 3 admirals. That's cool. And then we've got we actually may add another page to the to the plans. We actually there may be another page, just because all of the names and everything is, we've already got like 7 admirals that signed up for it. So we've already paid. Tomorrow I ship off the money from the first 5 admirals to Alexander. And he will keep that money, and that way he will be able to fly in for a wrap party. Okay, so let's talk. So we got tomorrow, we're renting out the studio. That's one test. In the next 5-6 weeks, we're shooting 2 days in Atlanta. We just need to find a bar. COVID-19 test, right? Make sure we're totally compliant. Now, bad news about that is if you're a volunteer here in Atlanta, you're not welcome. I'm sorry. I know, that's sad. I'm being mean. Sorry, we literally can't have too many people around, right? So whereas we had 70, 60 volunteers show up for the October shoot, this time, no volunteers. Guys, we just can't have anyone around. It is going to be like total, it's prep for LA. We have to do exactly what we're doing in LA. It's just like Apollo 8, okay? We got to do it. Minimum crew. And prove we know what we're doing. So then we go out to LA and shoot for 2 days. Now, once we're done, once we have wrapped principal photography, we will schedule the wrap party weekend in LA. Now, wrap party weekend in LA is going to be a 3-day event, and it's going to be 1 day of shooting at Tillman Japanese Gardens. There's a scene at Starfleet headquarters. All right. And then 2 days of excursions. 1 to Vasquez Rocks with everyone. Encourage you to come in costume. 1 day at Paramount Studios. In between, party. We're going to go to all the old haunts. I'm going to take you where I'm going to take you to the sushi place where Richard and I first talked about him being Karn. We're going to go to Aroma Cafe where Richard and I hang out, where Herb Jefferson from Battlestar Galactica, Boomer from Battlestar Galactica, the original, hangs out all the time. One day I walked by, he's always in the same table right up front at the alleyway there. And one day I walked up to him and said, Herb, they need to put a plaque on this table with your name on it. And he laughed. But he's always there. We're going to do all the sites, and we're just going to, there's a tiki bar we're going to go to. We're going to go to my favorite comic book shop. It is going to just be 1 weekend of fun. And that is Wrap Party Weekend. Now, if you were an extra in the Kickstarter, if you were one of the people who donated money to be an extra in the Indiegogo or the Kickstarter, that's where you're going to be an extra. You're going to be an extra at Starfleet headquarters. If you were a producer, or if you had lunch on the set, or if you were a production assistant, anything like that, that's the weekend you're gonna come out, and everyone's gonna partake. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be. I'm hoping the whole COVID thing is over by then. But we have vaccine by then. And who knows? We literally may make, if the vaccine comes out ridiculously early, like December, January, which no health official thinks is going to happen. We may push it and do it in like February so everyone can be vaccinated. We'll see. The idea is it is the wrap party of a 6-year process of making Axanar, right? So it's not just going to be, we're going to get together and have drinks and party one night. It's going to be, no, we're going to do a whole freaking weekend, and it's going to have a day of shooting, and it's going to be the best thing ever. It is going to be Star Trek overload. So that is plenty of drinking. Keep me away from the margaritas. I'm just warning you. But it'll be a blast. We'll do things like we'll hook you guys up with, room sharing and stuff to make it, maybe you can Airbnb a house, whatever, because, I expect 100 people to show up for this event, right? If you have those perks and you can't make it to LA, then we'll do something. We'll do something else. We'll have to do something here. Believe me, it's not like we're going anywhere. The studio is going to continue to go on. So let's see. Well, you can get your sorry Canadian ass down here for the wrap party. All right, just reading your questions. Yeah, Dale, you better be there. All right. All right. So there you go. So that's kind of is the Canadian border closed right now? Can you not? I can't go to Canada? Oh, that makes things interesting. Cheers. Wow. Every border is closed. We're keeping out Europeans. Europeans are keeping us out. Rightly so. Ian Bree. Okay, you're new here. Okay. Oh man, I can't believe that the borders are closed from Canada. I love Canada. As I always say, I wish your weather. I might be able to live in Vancouver. I don't like the rain. That's the problem. But I love Vancouver. That's like the wet version of San Diego. The wet gray version of San Diego. Yeah, but man, I didn't know that the border was closed. Anyway, so that's kind of the plan, right? It's just 2 days of shooting is all we got left. Yes, for the wrap party, everybody is invited for the wrap party. The wrap party is like opens now. There will be a ticket. And this is what Pat Tallman and I talked about using her tour company. She's going to put together because it's going to be like an experience, right? It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably a special challenge coin just for the wrap party. Probably a special patch, right? Lots of fun things like that. So anyway, there you go. Oh, I still have this window open showing the Kickstarter for the blueprints, which is, has anyone bought the blueprints while we've been talking? No, it's still at 4211, 83 backers. So at this rate, if we have the same number of backers we had, I mean, listen, you gotta admit, we give good Kickstarter. I mean, we do. I mean, look at this. Good story. Alexander Richardson's amazing, right? 4 stickers, right? You get 4 stickers if you give $10 more, all Aries, right? Those are the 4 Aries stickers. And then at $60 level, you get 3 patches. I guess we need a patch of this one too, don't we? And the stretch goal is the 11 by 17 inch version of that, of the Aries MSD. This way you can fit it in your, you can fit in your portfolio. Now, listen, I'm going to show you again because some of you don't know or haven't been here before. So real quickly, I'm going to show you again. Okay, so let me share this. This is what you need for all the great goodness you're going to get from Axanar. You need the 11 by, here it is, a Toya art portfolio, 11 by 17 inches. This fits everything you're going to get from Axanar. The blueprints, the posters, all the MSD posters, except the big 24 by 36, which is for your wall. All the rest of the MSD posters will be this size. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. So you need to get one of these portfolios, okay? There you go. Go to Amazon. Get it. It's like $20. Oh, hey, puppies. Oh, God, there's this amazing blanket we have. It's like so super soft and plush, and it's like, I don't know, it looks like shag carpeting, but really super ridiculously soft. And I put it underneath my desk because Mama Dog was going under there. And now they just won't come out. Now I put their favorite bed back there, and they're like, "Yeah, now we're going under the desk." So, okay, so there's the plan. Okay, shoot tomorrow, just test shoot, rent the studio. 5-6 weeks, we're gonna do full 2-day shoot here in Atlanta, and then probably 2 months after that, full 2-day shoot in LA, and we are done. In the meantime, Mark Edward Lewis and I are going to work on post-production. We're going to work on VFX with Tobias. It's all going to be in process, right? So there you go. That's what's going on. And then the wrap party whenever we can do it. I mean, it'd be nice if we do the wrap party once there is a vaccine so we don't have to all go around with masks, right? Be a lot more fun that way. Because really, even being outside, you can't really, you really can't have 30 people on set, even outside. That's not exactly social distancing. The music will be done. The music is like the last thing done, Scott. You do everything else, and then once you have a final cut, then you do the music to it. Yes, there are new Eagles. I think I showed them the other day. Pat Tallman isn't just joining us. She's running the tour. She will run the weekend. So, we're going to get together. We're going to plan out the weekend, Pat and I. She's going to arrange everything. And then she's going to say, okay, Alec, it's going to be X dollars per person. Okay? Which, of course, she's got to make money off it. This is her living, right? Fine. She'll say it's $300 per person. I don't know. Whatever the number is. And maybe there's deluxe packages, right? Whatever. And we'll be like, okay, cool. Maybe there's one with transportation around LA for people from out of state. But if you're in LA, you don't need that package. I don't know. Right? So there'll be different packages. You're going to all have plenty of time. You will have 4 months notice minimum is my guess, right? So if we wrap and we go, okay, let's shoot for February. Boom, you'll know in October, right? We want to make it so that everyone can attend, right? It'd be awesome if we had 200 people, as part of this. So that is the plan going forward, all right, everyone? What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, I did. The posters. All right, let's talk about the land. So we saw the land yesterday. The land was 7.6 acres. There were 3 plots. One of them is not a good plot. It would be good. It was kind of wide and narrow. and with a big setback, it's not ideal. You'd have to put like a horse field out there. What do they call that? A run, not stables, but which we might do just because Crystal loves horses. Horse run, okay. But of the other two, one was way too hilly. No interest in dealing with that, and the other one was pretty good. I mean, it's big. I mean, think 7.6 acres is 300,000 square feet. So it's our studio times 50. 50 times the size of our studio. That's how big the plot of land was. Yeah, it's a lot of space, right? And it's $84,000, right? So it fits in the budget. And now the budget's $400,000. And we're going to have to come up with a chunk for a down payment. All depends on how the financing works out. But the land was good. And it's there's many options. We also have the one with the airfield. That's still a great option. Problem there is they don't have high-speed internet. It's all satellite. So that sucks. This one has high-speed internet. This one's really nice too. I mean, like really nice. All the homes are 6,000 square feet, right? These homes are, you're in the middle of nowhere. So I say middle. It's 15 minutes to downtown Madison. That's kind of the middle of nowhere because Madison ain't the center of the universe. But it's all good. You're building big homes there. You're building, I think that the minimum is like 2,500 square feet. You can't even put a house on the property unless it's bigger than 2,500 square feet. And most people are 5,000 to 6,000 square feet. So, you're talking a house that's going to cost you $500,000 to build. It's okay. Paddock is the term I was looking for. Yes. It's not an airport. It's an airstrip. So that's the Kenwood community. Kenwood is what they call a flying community. So I think there's maybe there's a dozen residents so far out of 20 lots. And then those dozen residents, 4, 5, 6 have airplanes, right? So it's not it's an airstrip. And besides, it's like a grass airstrip. It's not even concrete. It's like, you're flying into a grass airfield. So so if one plane took off on the weekend, that'd probably be a lot, right? So there you go. So that's what's up with the land. We will continue to look. A few things have to happen before this. Now, here's the other thing. Today, my landlord said that a small facility, we've toyed with moving to a smaller facility, and we decided not to because it needed to be a working studio. Well, we extended our lease by a year where we are now, in hopes that a year from now we will be building our own facility, right? That's the hope. So we extended our lease by a year. A small unit just opened up. Well, it's in the next building over. They're in the small building, unit, which is 3,000 square feet. They want to swap with us, basically. And we would shrink down. Now, it's just big enough for the bridge. We would have to get rid of some stuff. But it's $2,250 a month as opposed to $3,750 a month. It's $1,500 a month less. We wouldn't move in there until we shot the scenes with Rob, probably. Because once we go to the smaller one, we're really not, it's a lot harder to shoot there. But we only have to do it for the course of a year, right? Not even. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 9-10 months, right? But 10 months, that's $15,000 we would save over 10 months. It's a big chunk of change. So it's probably worth the pain in the ass of moving. We haven't made a decision. Dana and I just started talking about it. I'll talk. So we'll see. It's a big decision. If we do that, we will have a big volunteer weekend where we move everyone gets together and we move everything. That'll be a big deal. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. But it's the question is, do we want to be spending $3,750 a month on the studio when we're not using it to its full capacity? This is why having our own studio makes sense, because then even if you're not using the studio that month, you're building your own equity. So there's a lot to talk about. We'll probably get together with a group of volunteers and donors and talk about it and see what everyone thinks. Also, hopefully you are a Patreon donor. If you're not a Patreon donor, why not? This is how we support the studio, guys. Through things like this and things like the Kickstarter, right? Mark Payton sends me a message. That's cool. The Patreon is really important, folks. That is how we keep the studio open every month, and it's done. So what we're doing is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for 40 minutes, we are doing a Zoom call just for Patreon donors. So probably a lot of you guys have used Zoom, but their login information is on Patreon if you're a Patreon donor. So everyone who's a Patreon donor, come on by tomorrow. We're going to chat. We're going to have a good time. Because that allows you guys to talk as well, right? It's not just me blabbing and reading your comments. That's going to be okay. I did not see that comment. Oh my God! Seriously? Okay, let's talk about this. I don't know, Maria, what you've heard. It's all a bunch of bullshit. And the fact that we have so many fans who continue to support this project. It's not, you want to know my opinion. My opinion, that's a bunch of bullshit. That's my opinion. We had the $1.2 million that we raised for the Axanar full film. Every single dollar was spent on the project. Not $1 went to me. Not one single dollar went to me. It all went into building out the studio, building sets, costumes, props, set decoration, you name it, right? Those financials were reviewed by 2 sets of lawyers and 2 sets of accountants, including the number one production accountant firm here in Atlanta, who did our taxes. So anyone who says we defrauded anyone is basically a liar or they're full of shit. You can choose which one they are. And so there you go. So I hear it. I hear the haters talk that shit. But that is just a bunch of nonsense, right? And we've said it over and over and over. Yeah, exactly. You want to know who screwed the donors? CBS and Paramount, because they sued us, and that cost us like $500,000. How did it cost us? Well, we lost the studio. All the money we spent on the studio, we lost. we had to keep the studio open during the lawsuit, 13 months. That was almost $300,000 just there. I mean, CBS and Paramount screwed the donors. So, anyway, and listen, God damn, the haters are just, they're grasping for straws because here we are making stuff. And first of all, if I were a con man, do you think I'd be broadcasting? I would have taken $1.2 million and gone to Mexico and retired if I was a con man. Instead, I put $200,000 of my own money into this project. And here I am 6 years later, still doing it. Here's Nakia Brooks. Hello, Nakia, my friend. He's my realtor. When I talked to you earlier about him trying to sell my house, Nakia is friends of Dale Simpson. Thanks so much, Nakia. I appreciate it. He's a great guy, and his and Sam, his realtor partner, they're awesome and doing a great job for us. Although I'm sorry, Nakia, but we've had puppies for 5 weeks and haven't really been able to show the house. So my apologies. But they're leaving Monday. So next week we're putting the house back in shape, and then we'll be able to start showing it again. Listen, we could do entire shows on the haters, on how stupid they are. I almost want to show you what they were talking shit about today, because people will send it to me, and I don't go read the nonsense these assholes say, and I don't have time for haters. We're too busy doing shit. I mean, I'm on my second Kickstarter, making great stuff for fans. We already shipped all the MSD posters. Success, created stuff. We created more in that one Kickstarter than every hater that we've ever had to deal with has created together. And then, and today they were bitching about the pins, right? Oh yeah, I think we have to have words with Fanset. I guess it's the official pin licensee for Star Trek. I'm going to urge you to boycott these guys right now, because they're like, oh, well, we filed a complaint with CBS Legal because Axanar is producing pins. Well, first of all, dumbass, we don't do Star Trek pins. We don't infringe on their property. We don't use their IP, their copyrights or their trademarks. So, dumbass, Fanset, you may be a CBS licensee, but you got your head up your ass. So unless you want me to start making videos about why people shouldn't be buying pins from Fansets, shut the frack up. It's like, you're an idiot. Oh, they're selling pins. Yeah, a lot of people sell pins, but unless we're infringing on CBS's IP, it doesn't mean shit. So go the frack away. It boggles my mind, the idiot. And of course, they post on the haters group, and the haters are all like up in a fray. Oh, Alec's going to get them. Look, people. Here's the short of it. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people who infringe on thank you so much. Who infringe on CBS's copyrights and trademarks. Just go look at Etsy. Look at all the stuff that's unlicensed on Etsy. Look at all the unlicensed stuff on eBay. CBS doesn't do anything about it. What, they're going to pick a fight with me again over something they can't even win? I mean, the only thing they could possibly have an issue with is the House of Karn pin, because it's got the Klingon trefoil in there. But we haven't found any trademarks for that. That's a trademark. That's not copyright. They'd have to have a trademark, and they don't. So, sorry, guys. We're doing Axanar. Axanar is my IP, guys. It may be based on Star Trek, but Axanar is everything that we've created winds up, it's part of Axanar Productions IP, right? Axanar Productions is technically me, but it's us. It's me. It's Alexander. It's Dana. It's Jeff and Bing and Mark Edward Lewis. And it's us. We are Axanar Productions. And it's all of our fans, all of you guys watching right now. We are Axanar Productions, right? The only reason I'm still doing this is because of you guys. You guys keep me going. You guys keep feeding us. You're passionate. You want to see it. We want to see it, right? So together we're making this. We've together made this universe called Axanar. And then we get people like Jonathan Lane and Trey McElwain and Mark Payton and Mark Largent and all these people making other Axanar stuff. So we're all contributing to this Axanar universe, right? The Axiverse, right? Everyone's contributing, whether you're just a fan or whether you're an artist or you're a producer, and everyone's a writer, whatever, is contributing to Axanar, right? And so that's who owns the IP. We do, right? Now, there's, when it comes to things that are very Star Trek-like, listen, if I wanted to make a Garth story without Klingons, all right. I didn't want to reference, Star Trek at all. Be a different story. If I didn't use Vulcans and I didn't use Klingons, and I just used humans on a ship, different thing, right? And yes, because someone just asked me, are you going to do a fundraiser for the July shoot? Yes, it's a small one. So our March shoot was $3,500. So we'll probably do a small raise just for that shoot too. Figure $4 or $5 grand, right? Real small, but we'll do it we'll do it. I'm getting the hang of how to do these little fundraisers. We'll do it in conjunction. There'll be great swag for it, right? So make it worthwhile for you guys. So when people, it's just, it's Facebook. What do you want? Everyone's a freaking expert on Facebook. It's like, there was one guy who was talking out his ass about the law. And I was like, do you have any idea what you're talking about? Or then there were a couple of people today on one of the posts, on one of the groups, they were like, oh, this is infringing on Star Trek IP. I was like, one, you're not a lawyer, obviously. Two, I am a lawyer. Three, there's no trademark or copyright issues here. Four, shut the fuck up. I mean, it's just like, it's like you are an idiot. It's like, okay, people, you listen. Social media is not there so you can prove to us you're an idiot. Try and post positive things. Try and talk positively. That between that and the racist that I had to deal with today, oh, geez. It's like, I just like, and listen, I'm a lot better. And number 5, what are the first 4? I'm a lot better than I used to be about what I post on the internet. Right. I used to be way out of control. Now I try and be really smart about what I post. Right. But that's interesting. We don't have a sick bay, so we don't have to worry about it. I'm just tired of people on Facebook. I have unfollowed and unfriended so many people over the past month. I unfollow you if you're stupid. If you say stupid shit, I unfollow you. If you want to say, well, all lives matter, unfollow. You're an idiot. You don't get it. White privilege, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to follow you. I don't want to listen to your bullshit. And I don't have time to teach you why that's I'm not going to say that's racist. I'm going to say that's stupid. Okay. If you're racist, I'm unfriending you. I've unfriended half a dozen people the past month just because they're racist assholes. And if you say, oh, Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization, you're racist, you're unfriended. Goodbye. I don't have time. I don't have time. Right. I don't have time to teach you. And you probably don't want to listen anyway. So the haters, I laugh at the hate. Literally their amusement at this point, one of the haters just was going, and I'm going, and then here's what's great. He has a production company. Mark Haynes is his name. Mark L. Haynes. So I clicked on his link. I went to his profile. I had to see who this idiot was. I clicked on his link. It turns out he's old friend, ex-friend of Jonathan Lane. I clicked on his link for his website. It wasn't up. He had a placeholder. I went to his IMDb. He doesn't have an IMDb. he's like, and he posted on his profile how we pitch Roddenberry Enterprises on this new Star Trek project. I'm like, and then he's giving me shit. I'm like, this is why I laugh at haters. Like, haters don't bother me. They're laughable because until a filmmaker I respect wants to give me feedback, if I don't know, Zack Snyder says, Alec, you're being an asshole. I'll go, okay, Zack, tell me why. Let me listen to you because I have enormous respect for you. But J.J. Abrams loves what we do. So why would I give a shit about some asshole on some Facebook group, right? We don't. We focus on the positive. That's really important. And that's why I love JP Poole so much, right? Egotastic Fun Time always focuses on the positive. He's just so much fun to have on our, that's why we're doing an Orville fan film with him. Because I love JP. He just, every time we talk, I giggle, I laugh. He's so much fun. He's just this big teddy bear. He's just like, Santa Claus. How can you not like him? Okay, let's see. There you go. So listen, I think what's important, and this is why you guys are great, right? Because I come on here at night and so much positivity, so much love, right? You guys are you're amazing. And so it inspires me and it gets me going. Listen, I get up in the morning. I used to be able to work until 10 o'clock at night. I can't anymore. I mean, I'm fried at 6. I got to go work out at 6. That's the best thing for me. Is going to work out at night, because by that time at night I am truly worthless. Because I'm usually up at 7 and I'm working by 7:30, and I'm a morning person and I'm on fire until 3, 4. Well, I'll slow down a little bit. Mainly, I'm always stop for lunch, whatever. But today I had to be really good and not fulfill orders because that wasn't a priority. I was like, look, I have other more important things to do today. I had to get the location agreement out. I had to do stuff for my lawsuit. I had to do, there was stuff had to be done. So I did it. But the orders are in good shape. I've got 20. Last time I checked, there was 26. Finley Bradford, thank you so much, man. That is very nice of you to say, sir. Very nice of you to say. Well, what about you guys? I mean, listen, you guys come here every night. Guys like Scott and Wright and Jim Westbrook, of course. You guys come here, Donnie Pearson, Scott Voigt, all you guys, Matthew, Karen, you guys, T-Money. You come here every night, right? You guys make that commitment too. You guys are basically putting a stake in the ground, saying, "No, Alec, you got to finish this because we love it, and we're going to finish it. We are going to finish it." And I'm so excited about the last shoot. It's crazy. I'm so excited. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So the blueprint, yeah. So that was the other thing. That was the other great thing. The haters trying to dig at the blueprints. Like everything I do is a scam to them. It's like they're conspiracy theorists. The haters are basically conspiracy theorists. They have their own non-factual universe they live in, and everything is filtered through this bizarre, twisted lens of hate, right? And Alec must be ripping people off. He must be. I can't tell you, Scott. That's the whole point. I can't tell you. But there's a lot of good stuff happening. A lot of really good stuff happening. and I want to share it, but I also want to. I also have to respect certain people are doing certain things, and I got to be careful about what we say and all. But it's all good, man. It's all good. What else? Here's another bullshit that we have to deal with. Axanar ruined fan films. Okay, folks. If you're that's like stupid shit to say. Number 2. Number 1 is that we defrauded donors. Stupid shit to say. Number 2. Axanar ruined fan films. Axanar is the reason for the guidelines. No, Axanar is not the reason for the guidelines. As a matter of fact, CBS said the reason for the guidelines was everyone was stepping over the line. Too much money was being raised and too many Star Trek stars were being used in the films. Those are the 2 big things they had a problem with. And then Renegades was going around saying they were a pilot for a Star Trek series, and New Voyages and Star Trek Continues were series. So what's guideline number 1? No series. 2 and out. That's it. It had nothing to do with Axanar. We were 1 and out. We were a movie. That was it. That was about Renegades. And let me tell you, John Van Citters, in my August 2015 meeting with him and Bill Burke, leaving the room, when I said, well, what about Renegades saying they're a pilot? John Van Citters said, that's fraud. That's John Van Citters talking about Renegades. So you think the guidelines were about me? I got news for you guys. Guidelines weren't about Axanar. Axanar was already being sued. They didn't need to put out guidelines. That was about Renegades and Continues and New Voyages. So that's stupid shit to say. Number 2. Axanar. No. And here's the other thing. CBS sued Axanar because they were trying to make a profit off of Star Trek. No. 1, see number 1. 2, CBS said in no uncertain terms, they said it flat out in our settlement conference and in front of a judge, that the reason they sued us was we looked indistinguishable from a studio production. That's exactly what CBS said. Well, not exactly. The quote in the settlement conference was, when I asked them why they weren't suing Star Trek New Voyages or Star Trek Continues, both of who looked identical to Star Trek, used their characters, used their music, used their sets, used everything. The quote was, no one's going to confuse them for real Star Trek. That's why they're suing us, because you could confuse us for real Star Trek. And then in front of the judge at the mediation conference before the court, they told the judge flat out that, no, this is too good. We can't allow them to produce their movie because it's too good. So that's why they sued us. It had nothing to do with money. I wasn't making any money off of it. It's bullshit. But, all these assholes on the internet, and they are assholes. Listen, if you say something you don't know about because you want to, I want to sound smart. Axanar was ripping people off. Axanar caused the guidelines. Hey, dumbass, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? That's not it. Go to our website, go to our YouTube channel, learn something about our production instead of spouting off bullshit. Well, someone on the internet told me. You know what I read on Reddit? Yeah, all those things make you sound like an asshole, like an ignorant fool, right? I never say, well, I read on the internet, because that's just about the stupidest thing you can say, okay? And let me tell you, the guidelines, they aren't all bad, all right? They're a little draconian, but lots of people have found lots of ways to make them work. I would adjust them. I would adjust it. There's some guidelines I go, okay, you don't want us to use Star Trek stars. I can understand that. Okay. You don't want us to raise more than $50,000. Okay. Fair enough. We can't give out perks. I don't even understand how they phrase that. Like they don't want, and then they don't uphold it. I think the guidelines could be modified and be a lot more easygoing. Yes, and they did. CBS could have solved it from day one, right? we offered to give them Axanar. They have the chance to be the heroes of Hollywood. They could have, I mean, listen, by the way, everyone needs to go and subscribe to the Aries Studios YouTube channel. Right now, we just hit 80 viewers. 28 of you are on the Axanar channel, 35 are on the Aries Studios channel. So for every 10 more of you from Axanar channel that move over to Aries Studios channel, I will give out a set of stickers. This is what we do, right? This is what we do. Set of 12 stickers. So if you're watching on the Axanar YouTube channel right now, move over to the Aries Studios YouTube channel. The link's right at the top there on the homepage. And we're at 35. When we get 45 and then 55 and 65, every 10, I give a full set of stickers out, okay? So move your asses over because we don't always broadcast live streams on the Axanar channel, only Friday night Axanar Confidential. But anyway, yeah, CBS had the chance to be heroes. They could have easily worked with us, but they wanted to play tough guy and they wanted to, well, it's RIP and we're going to show these guys. And no one said, excuse me, why does God need a starship? Why are we suing our fans on the 50th anniversary of Star Trek? Why are we doing that? No one asked that question. No one said, wait a second. These guys are making studio quality Star Trek. Why aren't they making it for us? Why aren't we monetizing this? And I'll tell you why. They were like, well, we don't want to encourage people to do this. How stupid is that? Really? I think you want to encourage people to do it. But it's Hollywood. My friend once said, no one in Hollywood ever lost their job by saying no. Now, it's the opposite of Silicon Valley, right? I had 2 technology companies I started from the ground up, raised $9 million, 8 for one for the other. And Silicon Valley is the opposite. Silicon Valley is all about possibilities. It's all about opportunities. It's all about how do we do stuff? How do we make stuff happen? What if we did this? What if we did that? Take a risk. Do something no one's done before, right? Invent a new way to do it. Disrupt, right? Disruptive technologies. Hollywood doesn't get that. Hollywood's still retreading the same old bullshit, right? They're not interested. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Right? You want to do things that no one else has done before. You want to take chances. You want to take risks. You want to fail because you learn from failing, right? You don't learn from succeeding. You learn from failing. And this is a country, God bless, the United States of America is a country where failure is not a stigma. Oh, I failed. Let me change it. Let me do it something different. I failed plenty. I have failed in my life more than any of you. Yeah, what a bunch of maroons. I agree. I guarantee you I failed more than any of you. I have lots of failures in my life. I just don't dwell on them. They don't stigmatize me. Yeah, and Les Moonves was an idiot. We know. And he was a philanderer and sexual harasser and an asshole, basically. So failure's okay. Well, thank you, Jim. I thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yes. Failure gives you a chance to learn, William. Failure just shows you what you overcame to reach success. Yes. Lots. We're at 44. We need one more to get a free set of stickers. 22 of you are on the Axanar channel. Move your butts over to the Aries Studios channel so we can give away stickers. Come on. One more person on the Aries Studios channel and we'll give away a set of stickers. Come on. You guys are watching on I got 5 people watching on my feed. Go to YouTube. Go to the Aries Studios channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Get those get the notifications. Oh, down to 43. Anyway, at least they'll know if we hit 45. Vance Major Owen is that I'm making a multi-purpose room for a hallway, briefing room, part of a bridge, captain's quarters out of my den. Do you have anything you don't use that you're going to throw away that I could repurpose for mine? Oh my God. Nothing that's big enough, I think. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Do we have anything that we can give him? I don't know. That's a good question. I have to think about it. I love Vance. He's a great guy. Great guy. That's Pee-wee downstairs. One of my dogs barking up a storm. All right, 45. There we go, Lissa. Lissa is going to choose someone who to give the stickers to. And you cannot win a second time. If you already won a set of stickers, please own up to it and let someone else get the set of stickers. I don't think, unfortunately, the First Frontier sets, I'll ask him, but we'd have to ship them out to him, right? So maybe there's parts of them that we could do. I'll talk to Vance, see what he wants. Whew. Yeah, I guess we could ship parts of, I don't know. It'd be expensive, but we could do it. We could figure something out. That was a precipitous drop in viewers, but Lissa's going to award a set of stickers to someone. Corey Brown says, can I get a full starship? Can I have a full starship if I get a sticker? I'm not sure what you mean. Flats aren't worth shipping. Scott Little, you're right. Yeah. So anyway, food for thought there. So listen, it's going to be we got a solid plan. Easy. I think. Oh, Lynn Marie. Very good. Congratulations. Well, I don't know what's going on down there. What is going on down there? That sounds like Pee-wee. All right. So there you go. So there's tonight's show. We're all about what we're doing coming up, how we're going to do it. It's an exciting year. Things are going well. The Air Studio store is doing well and keeping the studio afloat. The Kickstarter is doing well, enabling us to buy more stuff to put in the store. This has been a great year so far for me from a professional perspective, from the growth of the studio. I mean, God, it's a shitty year, right? COVID, so many, 125,000 people have passed away. The race riots, which let's look at the silver lining. I shouldn't say race riots because that's not the race protests. Wrong choice of words. The protests, because the protests have elevated. I mean, I was listening today and they were saying how the difference this time is that white people are engaged in the protests, right? God, I have so many, Halle Leary, Kelly McDaniel, Brianna Larson, they're all going down to the protest downtown, right? God bless. White people are finally, a majority of white people, like 60-something% of white people say, yes, there's institutionalized racism in this country. So, where we thought it had almost disappeared under Obama, we're now like, no, it didn't. Those assholes are still around, right? So, and it's been painful. Not for us white people, for Black people, it's painful what's happening this year. But it's drawing us out. It's bringing us together. So many of us are bringing together. So yeah, it's a tough year. COVID sucks. Racial tensions. All these poor people are getting killed by the police, murdered by the police. It's sad. All we can do is keep working to make things better for everyone. Whatever you can do, just help. Can you help? Just please help someone. the cleaning lady that we have that cleans our stuff from time to time, she had to put her dog to sleep, which is a shame. Seizures, really bad seizures. So she has a 6-week-old puppy, that big, tiny. She brought it with her. Now, this lady, I'm not even sure if she, I'm not sure she may be homeless. She may be staying with a friend. I don't think she has a place right now, right? And she was like, she's doing DoorDash, which is great. She has a car, so she's making income. So she's like, do you have any work for me? I said, I need the studio cleaned. So she came down with her 2 friends and they cleaned the studio, and I paid them all. And she brought her puppy with her. And I said, how old? 6 weeks? I called up the vet. I said, how old? When's the first set of shots? And they said 6-7 weeks. I said, okay, we're bringing a puppy in. So Crystal, we already had an appointment for Itty Bitty. I called Crystal up. I said, Crystal, we're going to take care of her dog. So she came and picked up Charlie Brown, is the name of the little puppy. And along with Itty Bitty, she took Charlie Brown to our vet, got dewormer, got his first round of shots like parvo and all those, the distemper, all those, whatever the shots are they give. Got his first round of shots, got dewormed. They checked him out because, this was a puppy from a litter that, Southerners don't take care of dogs. There's a lot of redneck assholes who don't take care of dogs. You could tell this puppy, it was rough. It was rough. So it's cute as can be. Oh my God, so cute. So Crystal paid the $100 in vet fees for our cleaning lady because she couldn't. I knew she wasn't going to be able to afford to take her dog to the vet. So I said, we'll do it. So that's what we did today. So if each of you can do one thing for one other person, pay it forward, right? Whatever that is. That'd be great. Whatever that is, do something for someone else. Okay. And also, reach out to a Black person who maybe you don't know, or maybe you know casually, and talk to them and engage with them. I did with my exterminator. And he came in and I said, hey man, this is 2 weeks ago. It was right in the middle of the things. I said, hey man, want you to know, I stand with my Black brothers and sisters. And we sat there, we stood on the porch for 15 minutes talking about racism, talking about what he had to go through. And he said to me, he said, man, you've always been good to me. I'm going, you're good to me. You're a great exterminator. I said sometimes the problem is I don't see race. So I assume everyone's got the same life as I do, which is wrong. So it's good for us to realize. So I want you all to do something for someone else. Black, white, yellow, red, pink, purple, green, I don't care. Man, woman, child, senior citizen, whatever. Do something nice for someone else. Pay it forward. Yep, that's a very good point, Jim. Very good point. So I think if we all do that, if we all do something nice, and you do it, and then do something nice, you want to do something nice again, because doing something nice makes you feel good, and sooner or later, you keep doing nice things, and you get addicted to that feeling of, wow, okay, it's nice to make other people smile. It's nice to give someone else a hand. I mean, when she thanked me for taking care of her dog, I immediately called Crystal and I said, she's really appreciative. It's her little puppy. And we spent $100. I mean, listen, I think she got $40 because she was only there for three hours. And I paid, I was paying her $10 an hour. Then I gave her a $10 tip, and then we paid her a $100 vet bill. She was so appreciative. And I said, look, when after this day of shooting, the place is going to be cleaned up. I need to be cleaned up again. Okay. You come back, I'll pay you to clean the place up, and we'll do it in 2 weeks when the next round of shots are, and we'll take your puppy to the vet again. And she was almost cried. She was so happy. So, if we could all do stuff like that, world will be a much better place. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. It's 11:10, so it's time to leave. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Listen to me blab. Listen to me rant a little bit. Things are going well. I'm excited. Thank you all. Listen, if you haven't, of course, our Kickstarter, let's just real quick again. Here's our Kickstarter for the blueprints. This is 8 pages of blueprints, okay, of Ares class blueprints. It does not have the big watermark, so don't worry. And there's other goodies like stickers and patches. And I think we're going to hit the stretch goal. This is a $10,000 stretch goal, right? We may have to put up a bigger stretch goal. We'll see, right? But thank you for taking a look at it. Thank you for funding it, right? That's awesome. And if you guys need anything, if you have any questions, please email me. If I don't respond to you right away, email me again. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me a text message. Alec, send you an email. Respond, because I have 288 emails in my inbox, and it's just like I was down to 20 a couple months ago. But that's it. Listen, if I was in New York, I'd be paying $15 an hour. If I was in LA, right? $10 an hour, so much. It's over minimum wage, and I try and be generous in other ways. So, hello, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing great. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. Good. I'm glad you like the Ares class blueprints. Donnie has to go. So do I. We're going to go. Thank you so much. Listen, as always, everyone, live long and prosper. Jaloja to you all. We will be back here tomorrow night. Now, let's see. Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, so Saturday is 2 Geek Girls at 9, followed by Starfleet Tactical at 10. This time we're talking about shields and shielding and things like that. So there you go. 2 Geek Girls has a Facebook page now. Follow it. All right, we need to support these guys. Share it if you can. And then we'll see you tomorrow night for Starfleet Tactical at 10. As I yawn once more, and I'm not going to take a drink because I'm trying to stay up. But I owe you guys that. So there you go. And yes, join Starfleet, USS Ares Region 2. If we and just go to the Ares, just go to the NCC 1650 Facebook page, people, and all the information is there. All right, guys, girls, ladies and germs, it's been a good time. Thank you so much for everything you do. We will see you tomorrow, okay? Live long and prosper all. I love you. Thank you. Be good.